Well, it's been a while. Been a while since we've posted anything on here actually, but things are still happening. I'll run you through what is happening. Got a few more accessories in the shed. And been chipping away at a few bits and pieces as well. Well, a fair bit actually. So as you may, I don't know where we're at with videos on there to be honest, but we have another G60 sitting outside. I think you would have known that by now. I bought it for a back wall basically and a roof. There's a few other bits and pieces on there that I will use as well. There's some badges and all that sort of stuff on there too that I'll be able to pick and choose from. But this is what I've been doing. So first of all, there's a heap of unstitching of like a lot of spot welds. So cross rails, top and bottom, these still need to come off. On the back wall of the G60, there's basically a top seatbelt mount. That was all rusted, so I've replaced both sides of this. I've also replaced the top. I've replaced a little spot in here that was rusted. The rest of it should be okay if I just give it a light dusting with a sandblaster. You don't really want to sandblast panels too hard, but that's sort of what we've got there as far as the back wall. Did a bit of heat shrinking and stuff here. But yeah, like I've said previously, I'm still learning. It's good fun. I am a little bit over removing spot welds rather. But yeah, so my back wall's pretty cool. It's pretty good where it's at. So with that to the side for now, I've still got some top hat section. Now I'm going to actually have purchased, just haven't picked it up, some top hat section. If I've got a piece here that I tried to fold, what I was after was like a 50mm top hat, 50 by 20 or 50 by 25 or something. That's the best I could do without going to, you know, bead rolling and stuff like that, which is quite possible, but you can just buy it off the shelf. So I just bought some. It's not something that's interesting to make. So that's a time saver. Like a few of the, like basically like buying that G60 was a time saver. I could have spent my time and fabbed and probably fucked up probably about 6 back walls until I was happy with one, but I went and bought one. I got the bulk of it there. I've also got dimensions for it then. I also got the quarter panels, which probably has one of the most intricate parts of the car. These compound curves here, where the curve tapers out of that. But not only that, these are the right radius. I'm not making it up. Even though this needs a lot of repair, the basis of it's there, and the basis of it is pretty good condition. So that's where I'm at the moment. A few things, I'll bring you a bit closer, you can have a bit of a look. So I've de-skun it. This is a pretty important panel. This is where your door strikes into. So that's basically your B-pillar. Well, not basically, it is your B-pillar. All pretty sound except for up here. Pretty fucked up there. But I'll get this blasted and just see what I need to replace. Like none of this was even coated. Like this was bare metal in there from factory. So it's no wonder it's rusted. It's probably a wonder it hasn't rusted more. Like for instance, this was the back wall, like that back wall, I'm still shaking rust out of it, but this was the, where are we? This was the top of the back wall. So this channel goes to your roof, gutter sits here, gutter was gone, roof gutter was there, but it was so hollow, this was all just corroding behind it. But like none of that, once again, that's still raw metal. So what are we talking? Mine was a 78. I think that one was earlier. you know, you're still talking 50 years, potentially. 50 years of unsealed metal. That's done okay, I guess. But yeah, I've had to make a little bit of a mess with these. I literally could not, that was sitting on there like that. Literally could not find these spot welds, and luckily there's only, you know, a handful on there. But what I've been doing to find my spot welds is using a wire wheel on a drill. Seems to be working well because it's not actually grinding any material away. It's just taking the paint and the primer away, and you can sort of see a deviation in the material to where the spot welds were. But along here I couldn't see any. So I had to, I'll show you because I've got to do that one, but yeah, basically I had to make a little bit of a mincer of it. But yeah, that's where I'm at with the pillars. Actually, I'll show you. I do have to make another one, so I'll take you along for the ride, but it's good fun. I'm learning bits and pieces, learning a lot, not just bits and pieces. But yeah, fabbed up this top corner. This is all corroded. Still need to make a couple folds and whatever, but that is my new top piece. So once I actually mark it and cut that out, I'll make the couple little other folds into it. Because of the material thickness, that will actually go down. It won't sit there. It'll be down in line with that panel. So I'll be able to get exact measurements when I cut it. That way, that flange is all. How I've done that. Oh, no, I shouldn't go down there. Yeah, so like I was saying, bought a new bit of kit. Well, I bought one. So these are shrinker stretchers. Effectively, this is how you can make a curved flange. To make an external corner, so this is the outside, so to make an external corner, you effectively need to, you put a fold in it so you've got a flat piece of metal. Where's a good example? Kind of like that. And then, obviously that's quite a bit smaller, but this was initially one straight piece of angle. And then I had to shrink all of this. And if I overshrank it, you can stretch it to rectify what I've overshrank. But yeah, effectively these machines do that. I'll show you, you can have a bit of a look at me doing that as well. Pretty cool piece of kit. So yeah, at the moment we are going to put this one aside and I'm going to de-skin the other one. So a bit of grinding, a bit of cutting. It's been pissing down the last few days here in South Australia, which is very unseasonal. December, what are we, like December, it's currently Wednesday after work, December 12. So yeah, I finally got the lawnmower on my lawn, which was good. Plan of attack, I need to get rid of this. This is effectively, well not effectively, this is where the front door latches. So this would be passenger side, up like that. If you guys are sitting in the car facing the back wall, that is where the door shuts into. So up near your left ear, if you're a passenger, that panel runs up there. I need to remove all that, and I need to then get to, well, I can de-skin this now, but I'm gonna do the same as I did on that one. Find the welds and split that off. Bit of grinding. That is the bulk of it gone. Now we have 2 runs of spot welds. 2 runs of spot welds down here. Just bought this, made in Germany. That must be good. It's a splitting chisel. Basically a thin chisel. Recommendation from someone on the socials, so thank you. Actually, I won't thank you yet. It might be a piece of shit, so I hope it's good. Looks like it'll be good. I've been using a small tool, cut it in half so you've got something decent to smack your hammer against. And then I just sharpen that, stainless. But I've just been using that to sort of smack, like still drill your spot welds, but then the parts that you don't get, if you don't get it perfect, just smack this along, which has been pretty good. Whatever really works. I've also found that, and this made me very happy, I've been using these. Does that want to focus on us? Yeah, what if we do that? These spot weld drills. Pretty good when they're new, but they dull off pretty quick, especially drilling through welds and rust and shit like that. And everywhere I've sort of read was like, oh, you can't sharpen them, you can't sharpen them. And they're probably like 30 bucks, 25, 30 bucks a pop. So I gave one a crack after buying a few. I'm like, that's getting too expensive. And sharpening did help. The little pilot bit on them is hard to sharpen. I think that's what people are referring to more so. So I have been sort of finding my spot welds and then just putting a 3mm bit just to make a pilot hole through the first sheet, the one you want to get rid of. I need to find, here, let's give this a go. Let's give the slitting chisel. Where are we? We want that one. First impressions of old mate Slitter, not bad. Because these are going to be rubbish with the piece I just cut out. If you fold that up, you can sort of see where your spot weld is there without cleaning all the paint off. So that's what I've been doing. And then you end up with a piece of scrap. This is from the other side. That looks like that. So let the drilling begin. Well, that's that little bit done. We need to spin it over now and pull the skin off. Pull the skin off it. And like I said before, I couldn't seem to chuck that under there. When I was trying to find the spot welds on this, I couldn't. They did a good job on the panel ones. Good old Nissan. This one's in quite a bit worse shape than the last one, but that's okay. I'll show you what I did with the last one. I'll flatten that flange, we'll fix that later on. Block of wood. I think I can hear the wife. Ah, Elise, come to help. Grab a mic, we're just getting settled in. You're scared of the camera. We're rolling. It is. What, you can't see a screen on?
Yeah.
Come this side.
Oh.
It's on selfie mode. What's going on?
Not much. Lawn looks good.
Lawn looks good, doesn't it? It's just telling the crew. Finally got a lawnmower on it. I will not be assisting with the cooking tonight. Or ever. Maybe tomorrow night. So I made this, what's messed up here? This is a very technical tool. This is my own slitting chisel. It's about 1200 long. Bit of a sharpened edge on this. It's looking a bit ratty. I might give that a tickle up on the grinder. But I've been sliding that. I've got it started. And I said before it makes a little bit of a mess, but it's the only real way I could find the bloody spot welds on it. Well, that's a bonus, one less spot weld on that side. But there we have it. I don't know if it's, well, in fact I do know. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's not how a professional would do it, but hey, got the job done. And we've got like a 7mm hole to fix, but we also need to spot weld it back on there, so they may do for that as well. But for now, being a Wednesday night, that is going to do me. Not bad for a weeknight. It gives this place a little bit of a sweep down. You might be thinking, a weeknight, you've only done that much work. That time lapse there, that was about half an hour, so the magic of film. Bit of a clean up, back in here hopefully tomorrow night, but yeah, we'll just keep chipping away and I'll bring you for the ride. Thanks for tuning in.